Okay. Who wants to start?
Mr. Note Taker.
Yep. All right. So, last time around, on Monday, October 13th, the drone had arrived. Nolan went out and surveilled the pit for a day. Worker bro took off about 5. Cop showed up around 2 for a minute or two. Took off. Monday evening around midnight. Operation Rock Explosion commenced. Thermite was successfully attached to the drone and piloted to the Rock of Doom. And Nolan expertly triggered the fuse.
Yes.
Managed to, cut a small hole in the fence to get in there a little ways into the woods. Got some sanity back for the exploding. For multiple things you said, I believe.
Yeah, it all rolled
1
in.
plus 1.
Yep, it all rolled in from the things.
We had some discussions surrounding Nolan's tummy thing.
Baby.
Managed to, get to a facility and did some x-rays and ultrasounds. It was in all manners that we could tell, we are reasonably confident that it is indeed exactly the same as the other spheres, of which we now have 2 outside bodies and 1 inside a body. It is has little wires wired into his spine or some shit. He unfortunately had a panic attack as the ultrasound was going on and passed out. Came to sort of spitting out experiences about there was a building, they went in and his whole team died, and there were white lights, cold and pain, and then that happened to be his last mission, and then he was reassigned with old Schmiley. We went into rest mode. Philip went home to DC. Attempted to work on the relationship with his brother, which fumbled horribly. Remy's social, personal life is not in the best of
Is a hot
times.
Is a hot mess.
So she went and
Husband left.
shot her pain away with Nolan. Believe David was managed to successfully spend some time with the family. I don't know. What Nolan attempted to go work on his firearms or something, because something like that. Yeah.
Shot amazingly, not good enough.
But not amazingly enough to impress yourself.
Right.
So you'll have to work on that.
Yeah. I really do like that mechanic too. I like that.
It's interesting. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
That was the end of the rest. On Monday the 20th, received a call from Emily, pre-reported before she went to investigate Mr. Heavy. She thinks he went rogue and has us trapped, quote unquote, I believe is what I wrote. She timed the message before investigating under the aquarium. Dead, captured, turned, alien, shiny, magnetic eggs.
All of the above.
Yep.
Turned into a xenomorph incubation chamber. Who knows?
Oh, sexy.
She's a pod person now.
Oh, nice.
And yeah. So that is where we left off.
All right. Shit. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's where we left off. I had something to say, but I forgot. So it's no big deal.
You forgot something?
He forgot what he was gonna say.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
No, nothing.
you're
No big deal. Monday, October 20th, after the message. That's literally where we ended it. After that. So.
yeah. So did we each individually get that, or were we all together when we got that?
You would have all gotten it. I think I remember at the time there was a conversation on whose numbers does she have, and some said yay and some said nay, and I just said, well, whoever's number she had, it's out there. So, but yes, I would assume that those who didn't, the ones who did would probably quickly reach out and be like, hey, by the way,
Explicitly said that I sent out a,
there you go.
something that I cleverly came up with, that I, disguised it once more. Don't know what the hell I said at this point, but that was a hot minute.
It's about a year ago. So.
Approximately.
Yeah. Feels that way sometimes.
Give or take.
This is the 16th time we have played, maybe the 17th time we've played Delta Green, and for them,
16th according to my notes.
And for the most part, we went, maybe 2 weeks or a week in between. So that's like,
Right.
Somewhere between like 28 and 32, 30 something weeks,
And actually, this is session 16, which, coming from a session 0, is the 17th session. So yeah.
Amy starts to yawn as you go into
Dude, I
to
got
the
like
pedantics.
3 hours of sleep. You know how this goes. I don't sleep. I always yawn. I have a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, nice,
Okay.
nice.
Are you gonna make you a coffee?
No, I won't sleep.
That might be extreme. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little.
And that's different than normal now.
Yeah, okay.
Just
He's
like,
not wrong.
You must feed her action instead, Chad. Action. So, with that being
We
said,
get to go stay up with Zoe at 4 o'clock. That's.
oof.
definitely.
You guys are all in your various states of rest. I think I
what we
remember
said
something
was
about
that-
meeting up. Yep.
Yeah.
I think we said the usual place for breakfast tomorrow, sort of thing.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
And I was either gonna. I think we said late lunch because I was gonna catch a red eye or some shit.
Sure.
Right, because he's not
Lunch.
here.
That's right. He has to fly down. Hell yeah. So, unless anybody has anything they want to play out, Phil, let me know now. Otherwise, we'll say it's the next day and you guys meet up. So, let me know.
Nope. I've
Nope.
just been shooting a bunch of guns with Remy. That's it.
Okay. And,
Lots and lots of lead.
lead everywhere. It's good for the lungs.
That's what I hear.
Better than lead everywhere.
Save your brass.
What? Save your brass. Save your brass,
Mhm.
brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Save that brass.
I like to think that Nolan probably would. Never mind that you're in the picture now.
Uh-huh.
I'll save it for David. So we're meeting up at the Waffle House. I
Yep.
know Mr. Happy's not going to be there, but I think that's what we decided on. So
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
I believe so.
Yeah.
let's go.
You guys pull up at the Waffle
Yeah.
House, and however you guys did that, sued maybe 4 cars or at least 3. You guys get there. Probably Phillips first. Just seems like his character to be there first, even though he is flying in from out of state. He's got like several cups of coffee in front of him, I imagine, waiting for you guys.
Well, he had one that he brought from the airport, and he drank while
Yeah.
he surveilled the area before he went inside, and he's probably finished 2 by the time they get there.
Exactly. And you guys
Anyone's guess whether that took him, 2 hours or 20 minutes.
So you guys all come in and see Philip sitting there. It's just the 4 of you. Regular clientele. If you're doing a late breakfast, you know, there's not so many ones or twosies. Lots of pickups from the late risers, from people that are hungover. Yeah.
Yeah, eating some breakfast, order some eggs and bacon, order a coffee, and
Mother covered and plundered.
Oh yeah,
plundered.
capped. You gotta get it capped.
Gotta
so
get
when
it
are
capped.
when are we going to see the otters?
I don't really want to see any auditors. That's
Otters.
not why I'm...
Otter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Furry.
yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
the furry rats of the sea.
They have them
Aw.
at our.
Things are evil, by the way.
Shushy.
Yeah.
David's dying first.
Yep.
I'm just
They
kidding.
are amazing.
Kill him.
Those things are evil. They are very territorial.
Oh, I could
Doesn't
see
make them
that.
evil.
They are.
I
They
could see
can
that.
be very mean.
They are
Kill 'em.
amazing, and they have a long history of saving other woodland creatures from evil things like stoats and foxes and rats.
Exactly. Yep. They're crack marksmen with a sling.
Slings and javelins.
Yes.
Anyway.
The skipper.
So, do you think we should go there now? Like, we don't really have anything to go on. I'm talking about Brunhilde's message, obviously. We don't have a lot to go on, other than she thought it was maybe under there. But as far as I know, only thing under there that's official would be maybe sewer system, but then employee stuff.
Yeah.
Like employee entrance, maybe to load stuff.
Well, so what we could possibly do...
Can we obtain a whale and say that we're gonna bring it into the aquarium?
Hmm.
I like
You know,
where you're
probably.
going with Star Trek
Probably.
4.
Yeah, give me 1 day, and I can get enough thermite to blow up the entire Tennessee River.
Oh.
I don't think we need to go that far.
Well, so I did a little research last
What's your
night.
source?
And I know that the Chattanooga area here, the Chattanooga area here, has there was a lot of flooding problems, and so there's a lot of places where second floors are first floors now, and I don't know. I thought maybe we could hit some public works or something and see if there's anything we can access that would indicate if there are any sort of appreciable tunnels over
This
there.
building was built after all of that, so I doubt it.
Yeah.
We can still. It's public knowledge though. We can still check. It takes like an hour at
Built on top of.
at City Hall or Court of Records or whatever. Yeah, City Hall. Yeah, I mean we can check. That shouldn't take any time at all. You can just literally go request it. So do you want to do that? Do you want to all go to? You want us to go with you, or do you want to just do it?
I mean, might as well stick together unless you got something else to do, right?
Nope, nothing else to do.
Cramming food in your mouth.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, depending on if we can find an entrance into this place, I don't know. Night, day may not matter. Depends on
where it is to get in, because
That's
it's
what I
trying to-
mean.
Yeah, I know. People.
Yeah.
There's I don't think there's anyone there during the night other than maybe a rent-a-cop, because I don't think they're going to be doing they're not going to be doing maintenance unless something's broken. They're not going to be taking care of animals overnight. So I would definitely say night if we start trying to scope it. But if we could get outfits during the day, like Ocean's 19 or whatever that movie is, if we could get some outfits, we could walk in there. I mean, it's an aquarium. It's not fucking Fort Knox.
Yeah.
This is true.
So let's go City Hall, see if we can find any documents that tell us anything about the area. We can go, I've never been. I can go tourist myself through there, and you and I can see if there's any maintenance outfits to be stolen or seen and copied, etc., etc. And then we can kind of play it by ear from there.
Yeah, sounds good.
I have been a few times.
Do what?
I said I have been a few times.
I assume you guys all
Lots
go
to go.
monthly or something. It's no, okay.
Not monthly.
It's too close to home.
It's been a couple years.
Oh, okay.
I don't really have a reason to go.
But there's the sealers.
Yeah, you see them once or twice, and that's all you really need.
Okay.
Oh wow.
All right.
Well,
Public
so-
records.
Yep.
I'm checking your skills here. 54, pretty damn swell.
I'm gonna
And
get outside the car and play Pokemon Go.
perfect. There's
I mean, I've got
yeah,
got a
you're
lot of
yeah.
bureaucracy, an assload of human. And
Yeah.
I mean, we're
solid
only
persuade.
asking for literally publicly available info.
Yeah,
Right,
I
yeah.
agree. I don't think that requires a roll unless you want to roll for that. You pull up. Help me help you. What are you looking for?
Just if there is any record here
Mm-hmm.
of something that, either something that is explicitly underneath the aquariums, or something that's close enough that it could be tied into something.
Sure.
Something old that it's really close to, or something.
Okay.
Right, like old maintenance tunnels, sewer system that's easily accessible, that kind of shit.
Absolutely. There's definitely a sewer system that's close, and would obviously run underneath it. The older parts run next to it, so it's possible that there's some underneath it as well. As far as the building itself, it has extensive sublevels, being kind of set into the ground there. So it probably has at least 1 or 2 floors of known shit that there. And there is also a blocked off. You can see it's like an old. It's old, so it would probably be blocked off. Entrance from the river itself to like the old sewer system that's not really being used anymore, but it would be under the water. You know where those jets and shit are, that spray all that, and yep.
Those right there.
Oh yeah, you're on the page. Yeah, perfect. Yep, those.
Okay. So
All right. Well,
I want to talk before. I mean, it sounds like we have an option or two, but I'm almost wondering if we like legitimately go to Goodwill or something. I don't even mean get a company, because I want to stress that this place, no one there is going to give a shit, and get like, those almost like those Halloween costumes that kind of look like maintenance equipment, like those, like the gray jumpers and stuff. Literally get 4 of those, get like a clipboard and a hard hat and a flashlight, and just go.
We can get jumpsuits at Walmart.
Or that. Yeah.
so do we go maintenance or do we go rent a cop?
We could.
Both.
Hmm.
There's 4 of us.
Yeah, I
Do-
mean, maybe that's a good idea. If you think there's value in both, you or me could do the rent-a-cop, because we could pull it off by far the easiest, and then the other 3 do maintenance. Because I don't really think rent-a-cops would come in pairs or groups. It'd be like a 1-person thing. So one of us do that, the other 3 go as maintenance.
Yeah.
I definitely think Remy or David should be like the maintenance foreman, or no, y'all could be like the engineer. Y'all look smart. You could be like one of the mechanical engineers or something, and then if I go with them, I can just be like the stupid foreman guy.
Yeah, I mean, that would give me, plausible reason to be armed. And surely one of us could bring a pack of some kind. One of you guys as maintenance could bring some kind of pack for the rest of the weaponry.
We could bring like a big like sling over duffel bag. I don't really think there's a need to go full armed. I mean, I can have a pistol in it, but I mean, I don't think we're gonna find the cultists that we found on the hilltop under the aquarium.
I don't expect cultists, but she was worried about him and she didn't come back.
Okay.
So-
Well, how about this? You do the rent-a-cop thing. The 3 of us can do maintenance, maybe. We'll find a company name. I'm not really worried, and we'll have reason to have duffel bags, at least 1, maybe 2. We can
Yeah.
bring some weapons in duffel bags. They're not going to check us.
And that's what
So-
I'm getting at. It's plausible, No, those maintenance guys have a duffel bag of their stuff.
So can we get like a either multiple copies? So I want to take those plans with us if we're gonna be walking around under there, so we know where we're going.
Sure.
But can we like hand wave it and say we get a digital copy somehow?
Yeah,
So
that's
don't have
fine.
to.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a digital copy. We have
I
a
mean,
phone on
you
us or
guys are
something.
savvy enough that you could literally just look at the like whatever they gave and just be like, snap. Okay, you know.
Yeah, cool. I love it. I want to have it if I need it, but I
Yeah.
don't want to have to unfurl some giant fucking scroll.
No. They definitely wouldn't have given you that anyways. So no worries there.
Okay. So what I think we're kind of on like a timeline again almost. I think we should do it tonight. Like maybe not as strict of a timeline of, fungus killing the world, but if we hope to maybe find her maybe alive or what happened, let's go tonight. We can go quickly to Walmart, get some outfits. I guess you got like how are you going to do the rent-a-cop thing?
I mean, I think we could probably basically do the same thing, right? I mean, like a lot of those, it's not like those guys have like a fancy uniform. They got dark pants. They've probably handed a shirt.
I more meant because to do a rent-a-cop, you would probably, I thought you're, like if you were going to go check in, I just didn't know if you had your story straight of like, hey, I'm here, I'm going to do the night shift kind of thing. Or are you just going to go find the guy and say, hey, I'm Chris, I'm relieving you?
I'm almost hoping that I can just be around.
Yeah.
And
I'll step in and say I've been to the aquarium a fuck ton, and I have literally never seen a cop inside the premises. So I don't think you really need to worry about checking in with anybody because there's nobody there.
Yeah, I mean, unless this is where his base of operations is, and there's some major
correct. Unless there's a whole organization uncovered. Yeah.
Unless we get down here and there's 100 basements,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the whomever whatever company agency bloody whatever. Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. And I was just thinking 4 maintenance people walking around is kind of a lot, and somebody in a rent-a-cop costume might be again able to easily carry a gun ready to go, and just again less likely to raise as much suspicion.
Yeah, so I'll go get all our gear as far as weapons from me and Remy and David. If Remy, you and David want to go just to Walmart and grab us like whatever you're talking about, jumpsuits or coveralls or whatever, and we can meet back up. I don't know, here. It doesn't matter. Meet somewhere in the evening, and just go in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything you guys want from your houses? If you'll give me your key, I can go get it.
I don't know why.
I'm gonna get a bunch of guns.
My wife would enjoy that.
I mean, I'll just say that I'm your new best friend.
Best friends.
His new best friend here to pick up all his guns.
Yep.
That ain't gonna fly.
Right. She pulls out the 12 gauge.
Yep.
Sorry, David. I had to kill your wife.
She steps out with a swamp creature mask on and a shotgun. Hell yeah. Okay, so let's go down the list. Remy and David. Anything other than the outfit you guys are picking up?
Probably have some tools.
Sure, that's fine.
Just,
A toolbox and some tools.
Okay.
Yeah, random.
Okay.
Bolt cutters, drill,
Screwdriver, wrench.
I'm asking David and Remy.
I assumed we were still together. That was meant to be in character.
Okay.
Yep.
I just thought that was
Anything personal or anything like that you're gonna bring along?
I also get mechanics tool gloves as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And guns that you're gonna throw in the bag. Or
Yeah,
keep
probably
hidden
have
on you.
mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And David?
Under my
I have the AR-9 in the backpack, but I probably will not take it in.
was gonna say,
But
under
I will
my-
have a pistol under the tools in the toolbox.
Okay. So they're both armed. All right, cool. And Philip and Nolan, tell me about your bag of goodies and the stuff you guys are picking up. Oh, go ahead.
And box cutter, just in case.
Box cutter. Okay, yeah. No, it's always
got-
always good to have.
Weapon.
Yep. Okay.
Got flashlights, little flare thingies, all my weapons.
Yep. Just throw them in. It's fine.
A bunch of mags, night vision goggles, pretty much everything I would ever want as far as shooty bang bang. Because I got a big ass duffel bag.
Make him carry
I'm putting
that
it
one.
all in there.
Make him
Yep,
carry
no,
that
I'm,
one.
I'm going to. I'm gonna carry it. And then
Mary
so
Poppins bag.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
It-
So
that's-
basically,
that's all
your
I'm
whole toolkit,
Yep.
as what's reasonable you're fitting in there. Cool.
Sure am.
That's fine. What about you, Philip?
Flares are a great point. I was going to mention headlamps and flashlights.
Yep.
Specifically, I will offload my rifle into one of the duffels.
Mhm.
I'll have both my handguns upon my body, one on my hip, one on my.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember if I think I decided I would have a small of the back, but I don't really recall. And I probably got boot knife or something. Just
Okay.
because,
As pointed out, I'm carrying in all this stuff. I'm like, I'll be right back. I'll get the backpack.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my toolkit. I would probably have found a baggy sort of like security guard shirt to put on, so I can still wear my vest underneath it.
Yeah, I kind of figured that you guys would have something close enough already just from day-to-day jobs. So I wasn't really worried about you guys going having to pick something up like that. Cool.
I figure these guys have been around Chattanooga enough to tell me, the generic what is it, Walden? It's Walden Securities that is all around town. I think.
Yep.
So
Light
okay.
gray collar shirt, 3 buttons, bottom button buttoned. Yeah.
Since we have what's the maintenance people wearing? Like jumpsuit, right? Like those like dirty jumpsuits. Okay. I've got body armor if we want it for the 3 of us. It will fit. It's adjustable, so we can you can choose to wear it. We have it.
Who's wearing body armor? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm going to wear it because it's
We requested it last time, and I don't like getting shot.
Okay.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Everybody got body armor on then. Cool.
Yep. Cool.
It's easy to
Let's go.
hide under the jumpsuit, anyways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Easy.
Just for specifications, I'm going to take said new jumpsuits and get them raggedy, so they don't look brand new.
Okay.
Beat them up a little, run them over with a car, kind of thing.
They
Thumbs
don't have like the creases of where they've been folded up in a plastic bag for 10 years. Yeah.
Rub some
Yeah.
grease on them.
The little residue sticky from where you take the label off because it's like adhered to it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. So sounds like you guys are pretty much prepared. Anything else anybody wants to bring up or talk about a plan before we just go ahead and move on till the next day?
Plan I think is just investigate, recon. I don't really think I don't have anything specific I want to do.
thought we were
I just want to
going
get
to
down
that.
there and see what's there.
What was that?
I thought we were going into the night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, we didn't want to wait. We all agreed to do
Oh,
it
yeah.
as soon as possible. So
All right.
They were talking about like going home and stuff. Once I got all that situated, I would probably go back and legitimately go through it just to have a general idea of the layout.
Sure. Yeah. Go buy some tickets and do a little walkthrough. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Since I've known.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you call someone up to go with you, or do you just go alone?
I would have told them I was going. If somebody wants to go with me, they're more than welcome to. Otherwise, I'll do it alone.
Yeah, if we're gonna take like the afternoon or
You got a lot
morning
of
or
time,
whatever,
so.
I'd probably go check in at work because it's right there. I work
Work.
at college. Yeah, work. 'cause it's Monday,
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday, whatever.
Ugh.
yeah, I mean, if I have time after I prep everything sufficiently, yeah, I'll go. I'll have some sunglasses and eating a donut, full tourist mode.
Ooh, nice. I'm writing down
No
Tuesday
food
since.
here, sir.
I didn't
Alright.
hear you. What?
Said no food in here, sir.
Just glare at them. Power bite of the donut.
Teenager tackles you by the knees. I'm a volunteer here.
I wish he would.
Teenager jumps over and he just looks down at him.
Why didn't you bring me one?
Literally
whole
all
box of
volunteers.
Krispy Kreme is in the car.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay. So Remy goes to work, checks in. Nothing crazy there. Everybody's got their head buried in various projects. They barely notice that she's there. And Philip and Nolan are going for a tour in the aquarium. You guys get your passes. Probably gonna see both. Start from the top, go to the bottom. Whole deal. Boneless beauties and all. Yeah, let's go through.
Obviously, I'm keeping a sharp lookout for any and all, where's the stairwells, where's the elevators, where's the maintenance, whatever.
No, the jellyfish aren't there anymore, right?
They were there last time I went, which wasn't too long ago. So, are they gone now?
They were gone.
Oh, they might have gotten rid of them.
I haven't been in over a year. I've heard they were gone.
Okay, they were there a couple months ago.
Okay.
Fresh crop.
Probably. I don't think they live very long inside those tanks. Cool. Looking for stairwells and stuff. There's obviously there'd probably be an exit. If I remember correctly, there's at least one stairwell from the top to the bottom as an emergency exit. In both buildings. There's an escalator in both buildings. And that'll just going to take you to the top pretty much. From the top, you don't see much in the main building. You don't see much as far as like maintenance access and stuff like that. But on the last floor and the floor above it, you see auxiliary rooms start to crop up. Specifically the one where they're breeding other fish and animals and stuff like that. You got the babies in that room, which leads to another room that you can't see because it's like a room and you see a glass, it's a glass door or whatever in the glass window and you can open it up and go in there. And there's another door in there. There are some maintenance closets as you're going through the whole place. You kind of get the gist that you don't think there's going to be a ladder or anything back there, but you're not sure. And on the last floor, there are several doors that say like employees only or restricted access and stuff like that. Other than that, there is a large grate in the big pool that's at the center of the main building. If you're looking to just strictly go down, that is, there you did notice that.
What pool?
There is a large pool in the center of the biggest building, the main building, at the very bottom floor. Kind of keeps it cool in there. It's the ground floor is not really a ground floor. It's water down there. If you don't remember.
I believe you. It's been sufficiently long that I do not at all remember details like that.
This might kick your memory. If you're going down the stairs like this, how the whole setup is like going down ramps. In between those ramps at the bottom is a large pool, and people like flip coins in there. So, yeah.
Yep.
And that's the river side, right?
Yeah.
Correct. The river side.
The OG.
Yeah, the OG.
I remember what you're talking about.
Yep.
I forgot that was like in the bottom.
And in the other side, you see mostly the same stuff. One stairwell, emergency exit. At the bottom, again, there is just one door for restricted access. So not much really going on there. And plus, that that's fairly new.
How much in the way of security cameras? I mean, they're around, right? But
probably most of the aquarium is surveyed in some manner. You know what I mean? You're all the doors are probably going to be surveyed. But beyond that, I don't feel like they would need any reason other than that to survey just like entrance and exits, like wide views. Because no one's stealing anything.
I'm not expecting high security.
Yeah.
But I am expecting security CCTV for liability, if nothing else.
Yeah, doors, entrance,
it's gonna
exits.
be old too.
Yeah, and no one's coming there to steal anything. So
Right.
if someone comes in there and busts up the glass, I mean that's just it. They have insurance for that. There's nothing they can do to stop that in the moment anyway. So.
You're here to
Yeah.
steal the rare
Yeah.
fish. It's worth.
I mean, but we won't even. I mean, we won't. I guess I tell Philip this. I mean, there's the stuff they have, the cameras they have too. There's no way it's going to get our face sufficiently. That, I mean, it's old. The shit. Even even though they've updated the exhibits, there's no way they've updated this. And we could probably look at it and tell, like, it's gonna look like those old school cameras from GoldenEye that stick out of the fucking wall.
We got the red, orange, and green light.
Yeah.
Yep.
So since you pointed out that grate, I mean, I like that idea. I mean,
it is underwater.
yeah.
Okay.
But it empty.
Yeah.
Can we tell where it empties out with the plans we have?
Lining it up with the plans you have, it looks like it empties into some kind of basin that gets recirculated back into the system.
Maybe not then, because I don't know where that would get us after we get down there.
Having seen it, I mean, like, it's a grate. Is there an obvious lock on it or latch? Does it appear to be cemented in?
It's possible it's cemented in, but you wouldn't know really until you started to give a little tug on it. But it's fairly small.
If it was like, oh, there's the padlock, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
if all it empties in is doing like a basin that recirculates water, it's not really useful. I didn't know if it went somewhere else. Okay.
unless they're amphibians. And that's where they are.
Maybe so. So while you do the you could check all these employee doors while you're inside moving security rounds, and then the three of us can just check as much of the tunnels as possible. Just move really quickly.
Yeah, I figure. And if you would like, I can go first and check doors and just see if I trip anybody, and I can play the I'm a newbie card if somebody does give me a hard time.
I don't think we need to wait. We can do it at the same time. We're going to be underground in maintenance tunnels.
Well, I
If-
mean,
if
I'm
they-
assuming you're getting to the maintenance tunnels from door number 4 over there, right? Like,
I thought it was like the loading dock. I didn't figure we'd even go in through the front. I figured we'd go in through like the back area to get to him.
You
I have
could
nothing.
do
I have nothing to base that on, but
both exist, so you could do either
Okay.
way. There's definitely large entrances. With big roll-up doors at the base of each of these the aquarium buildings.
I want to try it that way first, unless they're somehow locked. I don't know.
that makes sense. Okay. I mean, I could either act as a fore guard or a rear guard. If that might even be better, since we're not really expecting too much trouble.
To guard what? I'm confused. To be with us in the tunnels?
Like, I can come in, I can follow behind you guys to make sure somebody doesn't come up on your ass. Alternatively, I can go first and open the doors, and then you guys can follow.
It's up to you. I was thinking that, that we would, like I said, you would take care of trying to find stuff within the building, maybe, and then we would do the underground and then meet up, because you have more of a reason to be in the building since you're a rent-a-cop, and then we have, again, so as far as, I don't anticipate a problem for us, at least, because we're going to be in concrete, I'm assuming concrete corridors that echo. There is no way anything human sneaks up on me in an echoey concrete corridor. It's not going to happen. So, now if it's a lizard person, we're fucked, but hey.
We've already experienced that once today.
She did specify under the aquarium, but I can at least check those first 2 floors and then come down.
Yeah, no, you should definitely come. I'm not saying stay up there the whole night. Once you're done, you should come down with us. I just think you'd have a reason to be in there and check them quickly. Maybe we get lucky. Probably not.
All right, who's going with who? Let's get this started.
Me, David, and Remy are maintenance.
Right?
Sorry, what?
I think we said the same thing. The 3 of you guys are going into the rolly door, and I'm going to go in. I'll either come, depending on, I guess it would probably make sense to come in the same door. I'll just come up the level. And you guys keep going.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Otherwise, we got to break into 2 doors.
All right. So you guys are going to the main building of the aquarium, and you're outside at the big ass rolly door.
Yep.
At the bottom there, with a Cold Stone Creamery behind you.
Oh, baby.
In that big
We're going there
field.
afterwards. Break in and steal some ice cream.
Hell yeah.
Or you can steal a bucket of ice cream.
You go up to the rolly door, give it a little jiggle. It's firmly in place at the moment.
There's no lock on the outside?
It's like a mechanical one, where it's gonna be, you know what I mean?
A slider on the inside.
Like it's maybe if all 4 of you lifted it, you could get somebody underneath it. But you would have to resist the mechanics of the big ass door dropping down. It's it's a very large door to get big ass animals in there.
I mean, is it, you know, is it one of those where it's a rolly door and a door beside it, or
just a rolly door?
Just a rolly door.
You could all roll strength check to see if you can get somebody underneath there. It's possible, for sure.
I'm gonna pass on that.
If we get someone under there should be a button to open it. I mean, these aren't like security doors. There should be some kind of mechanical latch or switch right inside.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Yeah, it's most likely just bearing the weight of the door that's holding it there. There's no reason to believe.
I say we try it. I didn't do leg day this week, so I'm pretty fresh. So we give it a try.
All right. So are we trying to get her under there?
Before we do that, do you see a camera or anything out here?
There's definitely a camera on the main entrance there, where they'd bring stuff in, but it's up to you guys.
If somebody has something to black it out with, I don't think shooting it's appropriate. If we somehow have something to black it out, maybe. Otherwise, I say we risk it.
So
because there are going to be cameras at the front too.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Is it one of those where it's one camera that's shining out into like the drive coming up to it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So probably wouldn't be able to see the fact that they would see us come up to it, but probably not necessarily see that we're lifting it.
Probably not. That would be directly underneath it. Yeah.
It would be the blind spot.
Yep. Yep.
So.
Okay.
We've
I
got
say we try it.
Full costume, and I'll be on lookout if somebody comes walking.
We need all 4 of us to lift it.
Oh, I know. Well,
Okay.
I'm assuming 3 of us to let her in. I just mean I will be.
Yep.
I will once we're done. I will turn around to look.
Remy,
Have you seen these arms?
I mean,
I said,
I'm with you there. I'm not the strongest person ever, but you know.
You're the smallest, right? Out of the group.
David or her would be the smallest. I'm not sure. They can contest for that role. I don't know who's actually the smallest.
I'm not sure either.
I kicked David in the shin. Like, you're gonna help lift, and that Remy
Strength
get ready to
level
roll
one.
under the door.
Ow!
All right.
No, I definitely can't lift.
Everybody. So athletics is based off strength, I believe. So I don't think there's really a difference there, other than people who have trained athletics. So, athletics
So
or
can I?
flat.
Oh,
yeah, athletics or flat strength, whichever is better for you. And I think athletics is going to pull out for everybody ahead. I have
4 under 71.
Excellent.
Athletics is 30 something.
Yeah,
my strength is 60.
Same. My athletics
Okay.
is 30. My strength is 55.
Roll your strength because this
He
is
said
not-
he said roll whichever one is your.
I'm
strongest.
over by 3.
Okay, so 1 pass, 1 fail.
17.
Excellent.
Under
Oh
55.
yeah.
Or under 30, whichever. It works either way.
14 under 60.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
All right, we
These
got
new
it.
dice are rolling great.
You guys
Well, my new dice roll
get
great.
up there, and Nolan's like, "You gotta bend at your knees, and hold down." Get down there.
Yeah, my shin hurt. Somebody kicked me.
David grabs his shin, yeah.
Everybody gets down there. David just lightly puts his hand on the door as everybody else lifts it up. Who's going underneath there?
Remy.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Or
shove
should
you under
they?
there.
If he's having trouble, should he go under?
Okay. I guess little Miss Pansy over there needs to go under. I kind of push David.
David, go. This is heavy door. This is heavy door.
Okay. Roll.
David
And-
rolls in, and you guys let go, and the door just boom shuts. Good choice. As David, you look inside, you can see it's like a large port, for lack of a better word, of like a little warehouse. where they would bring like large tanks or large equipment or large supplies in. You can see there's like a little docking station with the concrete that goes up and then levels out so a truck could back up into it and unload their supplies and stuff. Immediately turning around, you see the big ass red button that you were looking for right there next to the door to roll that sucker up. Give it a slap, and you hear and it just starts raising up a little bit.
I don't raise it all the way.
Okay, slap it again and it stops. How many inches?
I gave it about 3 feet.
3
Just
feet.
enough for them to they're easy.
Okay, duck under.
Duck under.
I would have, once he got in, I would have stepped out just to look around. Do I see anybody coming or hear anything?
Yeah, there's a couple kids doing cartwheels in the field across the street, and their moms are holding their ice cream and chasing them. Other than that,
Some damn kid on his fucking skateboard over there.
probably. Yep.
I want ice cream.
Skateboard approved area.
Yep. Roll in.
I'll go in once it's up.
Okay. Or maybe do you leave them all behind?
No, I'm gonna go.
Okay. Remy rolls in to look cool.
You could have lifted just a little bit further so I didn't have to roll on the floor or on the ground. Come on, man.
You spent the afternoon running these over with your car. I mean,
It's nothing to do with that. Nothing to do. I just held this damn door open to get his ass under here. Fine. Go.
So, is there any equipment that you guys like? Are you guys carrying bags too? Am I carrying the bag for all three of us? Like, what do we have out right now before we go? Just flashlights.
Yeah, I figured
I
I'd
can
have
have a box.
stuff.
I picked up the classic beat your head in mag light to
Sure.
rock.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
of course, I'll have my pick set on me, and like I said, I've got a gun on because
Oh yeah.
I'm a rent-a-cop.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you guys are worried about aesthetics, I'm not gonna be a stickler on who has what bag and all that nonsense.
I would just have my own separate, just so that way, in case we do get separated.
That is important.
Bringing it back as the
Yeah.
as the security guard
No.
because that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah. So as far as cool. Sounds good. So there is a double doors, push double doors. With a little plastic flap in between them, directly on top of that, like unloading area up at the top of the concrete where the ramp goes up, and there's concrete up there, double flap there. It's got little plastic little windows there. You can see it's a lit hallway beyond that, but it's kind of all fucking old, so you can't really tell what's beyond that right now.
Is there anything to the sides where we're at, or is it just that?
Just a bunch of junk. There's some crates, a bunch of various dried foods. A bunch of old, like chairs and tables and shit like that for whatever kind of conference that may hold in there sometimes. So
Doors or stairs?
no,
or
just the
anything?
one double doors in there.
Okay. Let's go.
I'll go up to it and
Okay.
take a look.
Take a peek in there. It's hard to see. It's a clear hallway. It looks like it goes down maybe 20 to 30 feet. A door on the left. And the door directly at the far end.
So I mean,
Okay.
we should know where we need to go, right? I mean, we all looked at the
From
map,
plan,
so
yeah.
You're probably wanting to go to like the stairwell to go as far down as you can.
Yes.
That would be at the far end of the hallway.
Do I remember from the plans, like, was this like a closet or is this a big room on the left?
It doesn't say what it is, but it was a bigger. Yeah, it was a little bigger room.
Does it have a window or is it a window or a sign?
No, you haven't gone in yet, but no, it doesn't have a window or anything like that.
I'm assuming we go in if we don't see any peoples or things, or is there
So-
a camera in this area?
No camera in this area.
if it's on the way, I want to get downstairs to get looking. If the room leads there, I'll go. Otherwise, we're gonna go the other way. I don't know which way he said this was.
I'm just, I was gonna see if there was a sign on it or anything.
Okay. I start walking towards the direction that the stairwell is.
Okay.
Wherever that is.
So I'll look for a sign. You
Yeah.
said there's no window.
Sure. Yeah, you look for a sign. It says storage B1. As you guys are passing that. Or
Is it locked or unlocked?
give it a little jiggle. It's unlocked.
Open.
Open it up.
I listen and I open.
You listen, and you hear the silence of a storage room. And you push open the door, and you see a bunch of storage. Aquarium storage, which I could imagine varies from glass to silicone to food, and yeah. Pungent fish.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. No other doors or.
No, not in there. Yep. So you go to the end of the hall, open the door to stairwell. The stairwell obviously goes up, or down.
We head down.
Yeah, me, Remy, and David going down.
And you go up. Okay. They head down, and it immediately starts to get cooler as they go underneath the ground there. You poke your head up real quick, open the first door, and you can see that you're in one of the restricted access doors. As you just kind of like crack it open and look, you're on the first floor of like the aquarium, and you can like pull your head back in if you want to.
Okay.
Cameras. How many cameras do I see?
It's like the main aquarium, so there would be a camera directly above you watching that door.
Oh, like it's opening directly into the main area. This is the restricted door.
Exactly.
I thought it was opening into a restricted area.
No.
Okay.
Exactly. You were already in it.
You're right. Nolan, looks like the door here just goes into the main area. Is there anything you really want me to check up here? Let me just come with you guys.
I don't know. There's nothing I want you to check.
Did I see anything labeled security while we were walking through?
Nope.
Okay. I'll watch for a second just to see if I see anybody patrolling around, any lights, anything of note. I'll wait, a minute or two.
Okay. While you wait, they're gonna go down. And so you're waiting and watching, and they are going down. You guys go down. There is no notations on that door. It's a steel door with just a handle. Doesn't seem to be locked.
Open the door.
Open the door. Cool air comes out of that door as you look inside. It's a damp basement. You see the plastic flaps that kind of hang down from the ceiling, kind of making a barricade from flies and stuff like that, as it's much, much cooler down there.
Is it dark enough to need a flashlight, or is it well lit?
It's lit. It's definitely lit. The first thing that crosses your mind must be some kind of cooler, or not necessarily freezer, but definitely cooler. You do get the light smell of fishy.
Okay. Before we have to. Is this the only way we can go to keep going down?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess I go in. I assume Rivy and David are still with me, but I want to check the door to make sure it doesn't lock. If it's some kind of cooler, it doesn't lock from the other side, right? We're not gonna be trapped on this side.
Exactly. You even you pull it up at the side of the door there, at the door jamb, and there's not even like a lock or anything. It's just a simple latch that kind of connects, but you can just pull it either way. It'll unlatch.
Go. Yeah. Unless you guys want to do something different, just keep going and walk into the. I'll go ahead and get out a flashlight just so we have something brighter.
Okay.
Just kind of shine it around as we walk, but keep going.
You got a soft blue light in there, and you start walking around. You go past the first flaps that are right in front of you, and you can see containers of various dried and chilled foodstuffs for the animals or fish there. You see, let's see. Roll me a search. All three of you that are down there. And while you guys roll that,
my search is actually pretty good.
While you guys roll that, Philip is looking up top. You don't see anybody coming and searching for you guys or looking. You do notice that there are several volunteers that will pass by every now and then, but you literally have a volunteer that walks by you and they don't really pay you any mind if you're looking out the door or standing in front of the door or anything. They don't really care. They're volunteers. Okay.
29 under 40.
26 under 41.
15 under 60.
Jesus.
All 3 pass.
All right. Okay, I'll tell you in a second. Philip, are you headed back down, or are you gonna keep watch?
It doesn't seem like there's a lot of reason. I'll go back to the floor we came from. I'll take a look right quick to make sure there's nobody that seems to be coming. By the way, I don't know that we explicitly said it. We would have closed the door.
Yeah. Cool. Yep. Nobody's there. Nobody has raised awareness yet. So do you press on with your friends there? All right.
Just a cursory glance. Anybody in the hall? Okay.
All right. So first thing you guys notice is you hear Philip's footsteps and the door open as he comes in.
I heard headed down to rendezvous with you guys.
And then you guys are looking around, and you notice that one of the large crates has been. There's a mark on the ground where it's been like moved repeatedly, like a lot of times. And it's against the wall at the back right side of the room. You don't see that marking anywhere else, so it stands out a lot due to the dampness and griminess of the floor.
Ooh, I've seen this before. I've seen this in Clue. There's going to be a bookcase behind there. You're going to pull the book down. Secret passageway.
Right.
We should definitely go move that.
Can you see the label a little better now that there's not all that line behind it?
It looks like a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It
cool.
is.
And stained glass.
Abstract kind of watercolory tree.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's
It's
fine.
really cool.
I mean, no, all joking aside, I mean, I guess I pointed out to them to make sure they saw it, but I'm going to walk over to it, and how heavy is it? I kind of just touch it. Like, try to push it a little.
You try to push it a little. You can see that there's like a pallet. I said crate. I guess I should have said pallet. It's a pallet with a large blue, like basin kind of thing on top of it. Think of like a big cube, and it's plastic, and it's got the big ass like screw top on top.
Yeah.
So it's filled with something. You give it a little push, and it's very heavy.
Can I see what's behind it against the wall?
You can take your hand. You can't really see.
Like if I shine a flashlight or anything in the crack, can I see anything?
Yeah, you can see that like maybe you have like this much clearance back there. You can see that behind the wall there's like a piece of plywood against the wall.
I think we should move this. It's pretty heavy, so I'll need you guys to help. But I think we should move it away from the wall.
I agree.
We can a forklift.
Man, just get down. Use your body.
Use your body.
There is a forklift.
There's not much body here. Come on now.
It's one of
Okay,
those.
I don't know how to drive a forklift.
It's a pallet jack, not a forklift. So you just you can roll it around. I mean, you
so
can.
if one of y'all can drive it without destroying all this and waking everyone up, then yeah, I think we can move it alone.
Michael's
but...
got this. All right.
Seriously.
Who wants to take on the pallet jack?
You can take on the pallet jack.
Go
I've used
for it.
one before.
They fucking destroy toes. Yeah, you grab the pallet jack. Whoever has experience grabs the pallet jack, rolls it underneath there, and just pulls it away.
Probably has to do it a lot at school because all the dudes are like, I don't know how to use that thing.
Yeah,
When they do, they just don't want to touch it. Yeah, you pull the pallet jack. You pull the pallet with the thing there away just a little bit, and press the little handle there, and it lets it down. You see a piece of plywood against the wall.
Is it like glued to the wall, stuck to it, or is it just laying against the wall?
Leaning against it.
Alright, I move the plywood out. Is there a secret hole?
There's a secret hole with a stale burst of air that comes out there.
Aha! I told you I'd seen this before.
It smells nasty. Definitely connects to something.
Is it like pitch black dark inside?
There's no lights. Yeah.
Well, luckily we have flares, and I crack, or not flares, those little like the rave sticks that you drop down a well before you break your leg. You know what I'm talking about?
Glow sticks.
Yeah, exactly. So I crack one of those and throw it in the hole.
Crackle bones?
You mean the finger gloves with the lights after you do LSD? And
That's exactly what I mean.
You're going for it first, and you're like waving your hands. Yeah.
Jazz hands.
Matt made a a joke. I don't know, joke magical item that's a reusable one of like glow stick, sparkle glow stick or something that they bought a bunch of because of course they did.
So you guys.
When they crack a whole bunch and drop it down a well.
So you throw the glow stick into the hole, illuminating it. You can see that it goes out about 8 to 10 feet, and then it looks like it opens up into something larger.
So shine a flashlight in it. Can we see what it opens up into?
Yeah, it looks like a old, and this kind of lines up with what you've seen. It's not. I don't want to say the word a cistern, but an old like sewer or old, yeah.
So why would they block this off with plywood and a pallet of dead fish?
I think Mr. Happy did this.
What?
I mean, we should definitely go in there. You first, David.
As I reach in the backpack and pull out the AR-9.
David pulls out his AR-9. I can handle this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with you, but
go in.
We yeah, I go in behind you.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, let's all fucking go. Go. I got a gun out. I
there's-
got a flashlight.
I set the toe box down and pulled the pistol out of the bottom of it and put it in my pocket.
Sure.
Yep. I got a flashlight and a gun. Let's go.
Sure.
I'll
go ahead.
I'll do rear guard here.
All right. As rear guard, are you trying to recover the hole there with the plywood or anything?
I was gonna ask if I could like, can I guess the most relatively sneaky thing to do would be to put the pallet jack back wherever it was, leave the pallet where it is now, put the plywood back up.
Yeah, you could easily put the plywood back up. You just set it aside of the hole and you reach over and you slide it across. So.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that until they're all in safely and I don't hear any, I'm staying up here because I don't want the floor to fall out under us.
Got you. Got you. You guys step in, and you can see that there's like 1 to 2 inches of muck in front of after that 8 feet, and it goes. You can see to your left. It looks like it kind of starts to decline down. You can only assume that that's making its way to the river. And you see to your right, it continues for some time there.
So I just rented it last week while we were up in what's this fuck in Montana, and I've seen this part, and I'm not real excited.
Well, I will tell you.
We don't see any red ones.
I haven't watched it, so that's probably to your benefit.
So
I haven't either, but I mean concept.
As soon as I get to the point that I can see that there's muck.
Yeah.
What variety of muck are we talking about? How are we talking liquid?
So it's liquid. It smells foul, but it's not the kind of foul as we're talking like refuse. It's like street runoff and mold.
Well, I guess I'm more asking like, is it all wet or
viscous,
is it?
Or is it?
It's water.
Would it be something that would
wet.
have traps?
Traps? It could. Tracks. No, because it's underwater.
It is okay.
Yeah.
It is enough water.
Yeah. Now you can look on the walls. Maybe that has some kind of markings.
Yeah, at this point, I'm definitely looking around for signs of life.
I don't think that we even need to roll for that because I think
as I turn around and go up the walkway,
you're going up towards to town. You're going to town. Okay, sounds good.
Town.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna stay with David. I'm his battle buddy.
I don't
I'm
think going into the water would be a good idea.
I hope we don't have to go in the water.
Yeah, same.
Like I said, so anyways, did I see stuff back there?
No.
Of note on the wall?
No, you don't notice anything right there at the junction. To continue right or left, you would have to step into the muck, but it's gonna be just like right above your ankles.
So there's no muck in this hallway up to the tunnel in question.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I understand better now.
Yep.
Sorry. I thought we were already in it.
Yep. You can
okay.
see where it's like
Wow.
splashed up a little bit on the area right there, but other than that, you don't see like footprints.
How still is it? How much movement?
You
to
can
the
hear like a
water?
light trickle. It's interesting because like you can see that it's moving very slowly to the east or to the left. We'll just say the left. But also there's like light trickles of water coming from like various cracks from directly above you, you know, like as the joints meet, just from like street level water and ground level water that's trickling into this old area.
Okay.
Right.
So if David went up to the right, I'm behind David, going up to the right.
Following.
As you guys make your way to the right, you see several marks on the wall on the right side. It just looks like someone had either placed a hand or a finger or like a shoulder or something that's bumped up against it and just kind of made like a scuff or like a mark every now and then.
So like a rubbing, not like
A
scratches and gouges.
Correct. A
Seems
rubbing, not
acceptable.
but just a oof.
Does it seem deliberate, or is it random, or does it seem deliberately every few feet?
It seems deliberate.
Is it steep enough that we feel like it would be necessary to hold the wall?
No, not at all. No, you're fine. It is a little slick, but like you're feeling your purchase there. It's not a slick ground. It's more like gravels and stuff underneath there or loose rock.
How
it's only on
quiet
one
can we
wall.
be?
How quiet?
Like how much noise are we making sloshing through this? Or I guess I should say, how much noise is everyone besides me making sloshing through this muck?
You are. So if anybody's ever walked through a creek,
I rolled a 12 on my stealth roll. 12 under 15.
excellent.
Hey!
Excellent. If anybody's ever walked through a creek, you can't avoid the noise of the water a little bit,
Right.
and then the echo through the tunnel. So
Okay, that's what I was anticipating. Sorry,
go ahead and everybody roll
Amy.
me a stealth as he did.
Oh,
Before
baby.
we get too far to the right, I am gonna take at least a cursory glance on the left to see
Hell yeah.
if any markings, any
Nope.
And
landmarks.
is it only on one wall?
He said it was on the wall.
Yeah, just the right side there. Cause like think about this, like you guys came out there, and then you like turn to right, and that's just right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a 14 under 36.
I rolled a 70 under 71, so I almost sneeze and I
Hell
catch
yeah!
myself.
Hell yeah!
Actually, an amazing roll, however.
Yes, it is.
And what'd you get?
59 over 30 something.
All right, not bad, not bad. Most everybody passed, so.
And
hell yeah.
luckily he's in the back.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know.
Hell yeah. As you guys continue on, the markings stop on the wall, but you do see in front of you like it does continue forward into the darkness, right? As far as you can see, it just continues on. But about 50 yards down, as you guys have been walking, without hearing anything or seeing anything of note, you see basically like a blowout. I can't think of a better word. Of the wall to the right is just kind of out. You see debris blocking the water, and you can see like the water levels higher on the other side of these debris, and the muck is been there for a while, but you can tell that it's fresher than the rest, if that makes sense. Just like around the area where it's been destroyed, you can tell like it's been like a couple years difference there.
Can I tell if it was an explosion? Can I like examine it and see if it's someone like Superman punched a wall, or it fell in, or someone used a charge and blew a wall in?
Yes. And you have high enough that you don't need to roll for that. You're examining it, and it's interesting to you because everything points to some kind of charge exploding that wall, but it would have had to have been from the other side.
Right, because the debris in this way.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I relay that to everyone just so they know.
Something
Like, it's-
escaped.
Yeah, something escaped that had knowledge of explosives.
Can you turn on your night vision real quick? As we turn off our lights.
Sure. Yeah, I brought them with me. So if they were to turn if they turn off their flashlights, I put those on. Do I see anything? Go ahead.
I was just say, from your description of it looks something was more recent, but not recent. Just since this happened, but not. It doesn't. The muck and stuff you were saying is newer than what's there.
Yes. So like years old instead of like tens of years old.
Okay.
Also, question: could we tell the markings on the wall which direction they were going?
Yes, towards that. Like yes, you don't need to roll for this. It was definitely towards that hole. And roll me. Actually, I don't think I need to roll. Everybody has fairly good things here. I'm trying to avoid rolls as far as we can. Like I said, it looks like either like a hand or a finger every now and then, or a shoulder, or it's deliberate, as in like the difference between the scuffs are like within 2 to 3 feet, and it went on for like 50 yards. You guys with the Morse code knowledge knows it doesn't speak any Morse code or anything like that, but it definitely was someone attempting or someone doing it on purpose. Maybe there's humming a song, you know, da, 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 da. Who knows?
Is it about her height?
It varies on the wall.
I'm not for her, on the shoulder. In the shoulder height one, would it be about where her shoulder would be?
It varies from everybody's midsection to above your head.
Oh, these marks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they are deliberate, but they're not as consistent as I assumed.
Correct. Yeah.
Interesting.
Do I see anything else if I use night vision, other markings?
You're rounding the corner, or you're looking inside there?
I guess for now I'm examining the room we're in. Then I'll round the corner. As long as they're cool with turning off their flashlights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody turns off the flashlights. You turn on night vision. You can see clearly several rats scampering around in there. Other than that, you're not seeing anything that's standing out. The most important thing that stands out to you is that it's very obvious that these marks don't continue past this hole in the wall.
Okay. I guess I think we already knew that, but I confirmed that, I guess. And I want to peek around, like peek through the hole. How big's the hole? Like easily body size, or is it like head size?
Much larger than body size. Think, how wide are we? Like what, 1.5 to 2 feet? So think double that, and then all the way from ceiling to floor, maybe like 6 feet.
Pretty fucking big hole.
Yeah.
I don't go through the hole, but is there anything I can see through the other side? Still wearing my goggles. Is there anything on the ground or the floor, or the ground or the walls that I can see through?
Mm-hmm. As he pokes around, you relay the information that it looks like a simultaneous explosion happened on the other side. Like if someone were to put an explosive charge directly in the middle of the wall, you see debris and stuff on the other side as well, which kind of befuddles your mind a little bit. Because how could it happen on the outside and the inside at the same time, right? And you look down, and you see, for lack of a better word, a like damp hallway made of concrete, very, very old concrete. It is probably about 3 feet wide, and the same high, somewhere between 5 to 6 feet. 6 feet, we'll just say 6 feet, so everybody can walk through there easily. And it
can I ask? Oh, sorry.
It continues on, and it gets a little darker.
Okay, I was gonna ask if I could ask Remy, since she's like probably be able to tell differences. If this is this like still the same vibe as like a maintenance tunnel, like same type of construction and stuff, or does this look like some ancient ritual hallway that teleported here? Like, is it look the same,
Gotcha.
like how it's built and materials? I guess I can give her my goggles too. I mean, they don't require training to use. Like I point at it and ask her because it looks weird to me.
What's your anthropology? Over 70, right?
Yeah, 71.
Hell yeah. You're like, no, this isn't concrete. It's worn stone from the water and tracks inside of here. And looking forward, this definitely seems a lot older than you're aware of in the area.
Great.
What could possibly go wrong?
Is this so the under Chattanooga is public knowledge? Like, is this anything that looks like anything that's
This, for someone to have made this for the under Chattanooga, they would have been several hundred years ahead of the game.
okay? Yeah. Okay.
Right on the river, where it's extremely hard to dig down in.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
now that, we've turned our lights off and he's been doing his thing, I imagine, eyes have adjusted. Are there any, sources of light that I can, pick out as we stand here in the dark?
You guys, so you tell Nolan, just hold on a second, and you guys just stand there for a second and watch. And you see a very faint, like, vom, 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 faint light coming at the end of the hallway.
Does it seem like a fluorescent light doing its thing? Flickering? Is that what I get?
Definitely not like a flame.
Well, fluorescent. Like a fluorescent tube bulb that flickers?
It's similar. It maybe. It's definitely not like I said, it's definitely not generated from a flame, so it's hard to tell other than that. It's not coming from it's not coming from the ceiling. You can tell that much. It's coming from like somewhere midway around the area there.
Which hallway? The new creepy hallway or the
Creepy
hallway
hallway.
we're in?
Creepy hallway.
Okay.
Creepy hallway.
Creepy hallway.
Damn
It's
it.
always the creepy hallway. Did it seem like the way you were doing it, did it seem like some sort of code or was it just random flickers? Morse Cody, or was it random flickers?
It's What is a good roll for code?
We sit there and you could argue that it's SIGINT, but I don't have a lot of SIGINT.
I would find that's fine with me. I'm fine with I'm just gonna tell you it's not. It doesn't seem like any kind of code, so we don't have to.
I was gonna say if we watch it for a little longer, is there any
It seems
repetition to it?
entirely random, and it's very faint. Those that have who's got the highest alertness? It's probably
Me.
Nolan, right?
81.
Yeah, I've got 24.
51.
24.
81.
Oh, I'm not last.
If you raise your goggles
With my 25.
with your 25 oh god, you raise your goggles to kind of like hone in your senses there for a second and then close your eyes. You swear that you hear like very faint static when it lights up in there.
Like radio static? You mean like just white noise static?
White noise static.
Okay. I guess since Remy was looking in the hallway, I kind of shushed them and waved my hand at them for a second while I listen, and I say it. It sounds like an old TV. Like it's,
Yep.
There's really really faint static.
Yep, literally that.
Okay, do we have like the Ring situation here where like we're gonna get somebody creepy coming out of a TV in the hallway?
Definitely.
It's possible.
Creepy.
I'm going to go pee real quick because I have to.
Yeah, actually, me too.
Yeah.
Be right
Okay,
back.
so let's go pee.
weapons and let's fucking go.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know that I've
Let's do it.
explicitly said it, but I would have retrieved my rifle by now. When he got his goggles out.
Unacceptable. All right.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Hell yeah. So anybody get out their stuff, set out the bags before you guys pop in. Any kind of gear you guys want to have at the ready, please have at the ready.
I had mine pulled out before we even came down here. You guys are behind.
Yeah, I'm full bore. Let's go. So I still have my goggles on, but rifle up, and I'll go first and just kind of walk down the hallway.
Okay.
Whenever they're ready.
Briefly explain to them like the concept of a stack, just so we can all stay on point with you.
Talking about like stacks of money, you know.
Yeah, fat stacks. Yo.
Fat stacks.
So as we walk, it would be good, like he's saying, like just touch the person in front of you. Just put a little hand on, so in case something weird happens. So we're all touching each other.
All right.
I guess Philip's probably in the back, and then David and Remy between us.
Anybody massaging the shoulder in front of them?
Please give me a massage.
All right.
Please.
Probably like white knuckled in.
Oh yeah, gripping. Yeah. That's honestly, I'm glad you said that, because it like puts more realism in the situation, and like that's definitely something I'd probably do. Like that tense of a situation, underneath the ground, going forward with guns, person in front of you, I'm probably just gonna be gripping the shit out of the person in front of me. Like, okay, here we go.
And again, keep in mind, he's the only one that can really see.
Yeah.
It's pitch black.
This isn't three half elves and somebody with night vision goggles.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Hell yeah. Okay.
I kind of reach back and like unsqueeze the hand a little. Like, it's okay.
Just don't.
So we're walking.
Mike, you ought to be able to do that pretty much silently.
Do what silently?
Sound like a murloc.
So you ought to be able to, relay that pretty silently.
So as we go down the hallway, I want to like do the like I was doing before, as alert as possible.
Excellent.
Like in my element, 100% doing the one thing I'm good at.
The first thing you notice, the best thing you're good at, is hearing things or noticing things and noticing differences, is that a pungent, plasticky smell undulates inside your nostrils. Campfire, burnt plastic, that kind of smell. Not like you're actually having a campfire, but like burnt plastic. If you take a lighter, grab a pin, put a lighter to it, that smell.
Is it getting worse as we go into the hallway?
It is. It's not so overbearing that you're like, oh god, it hurts. But it's definitely happened.
Right, we're not getting sick. We're not getting sick or headaches or anything. It's just gross.
It's just, you notice it. The first thing that comes to your mind is something plastic has been burnt in this area. And you keep going forward. You can see a little bit easier that flickering light every now and then. And the walls, the floors, the ceiling are still damp. Every now and then someone will probably get like a drop of water that'll land on them, and they're like, oh, but it's just water. It's just dripping. You can see it trickling down the sides. Your footsteps are making sloshing, not like inches, like a half an inch of water or anything, but you're stepping in water. It's wet. It's damp.
How much footstep noise is there realistically at this point? Like, because I'd be pretty aware of it.
You guys going slow, next to 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was actually about to say that every few.
Before was how much was in this area.
Yeah. You guys going? Go ahead.
I mean, as we go, every few feet, like since we're not sure, I would have everybody stop, just kind of pat Remy's hand to get her to stop, then we just listen. And is anything changing? Like, is it opening up? Like, the smell's getting worse. You said the light's getting a little brighter, but is the hallway different? Do we hear anything when we totally stop?
As you guys continue on, the rest of you start to pick up on that staticky noise. And that is, in the silence and in the darkness, that is the most overbearing thing other than the plastic smell that starts to hit everybody else.
There's nothing on the walls, though. There's no, I don't see any markings, no carvings. Nope. It's just smooth.
It's
Or
smooth.
it's rocky, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's rocky. Yeah. Not like small stones that have been placed there, but very large stones that have been placed there, almost like carved in place.
Anything I think is relevant, I mean, I'll try and whisper, but I'm gonna tell Remy, so try and keep her aware since I can see better. Not that maybe they can see some since they're adjusted, but if I see anything of note, I would definitely tell her.
Sure.
So she can try to tell us to fucking stop.
Excellent. The things of note are hallway. You're about halfway through the hallway. Room ahead of you opens up. You smell the plastic and directly ahead, and you see this. You see the static, which everybody else does. Those are like the trifecta of things of note at this moment.
And we're still here. Static.
Yep.
Smell.
Yep.
Flicker.
Yep.
Before we go into the room, I'll kind of stop them and I'll peek in and kind of just scan the room as quick as I can, just to see if there's anything in it. Like,
sure.
I can't hide, but I'm scanning, doing a standard scan of the room before we just walk into it. Is there anything?
Yes. You being the first one looking in there, you see what looks to be like a very old leather chair sitting in the room. And in front of the leather chair, there is a very old TV. And you can see the TV kind of flickering in front of you. Static, like...
Is the chair too big? Can I see if anyone's in it? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Let me finish with him first. What were you asking?
I was asking, did you mean me?
I meant him. Yeah, him. Because he's the one looking right now.
I was gonna ask, can I see under, like, can I see if anyone's in, like, it's a big, I'm assuming it's like a Matrix chair almost, that scene. It's like a big overstuffed chair that I see if anyone's sitting in it, or can I not tell from where I am?
Absolutely no one is sitting in it. It would be about mid-back. It is old as fuck. It is decrepit. The walls around you look like just like the hallway you came from. The water kind of like trickling and dripping down every now and then. The room isn't like, it's probably maybe like a 10 by 10. Not that big, but just enough to hold that. You see large wires and other kinds of wires coming out the back of the TV and going into the wall. On the other side of the room. And on the other side of the room where those wires disappear, you see what looks to be like some kind of plant-like material hanging down from the ceiling.
Okay. I make sure they know this, and I start walking sideways into the room, like with my my gun's up, but sure. I'm kind of, I don't think anything's in the chair, but I'm walking sideways into the room, looking at the chair and the plant, just going, I'm assuming I don't see anything else I'm worried about in the room.
Yeah.
It's just a 10 by 10 room with a TV, a chair, and a plant.
Yeah, and as you get in there and you're kind of like skirting aside, you see a metal bin on the other side of the chair. And yeah, that's it. That's the only other thing you notice in there.
Okay, I beckon. I mean, I tell them they can come in. Like as I'm skirting in, like there's no reason for them to stay in there. I don't see anything that's immediately going to kill us.
As we've gotten this close to the room, like the light and static coming off the TV, how much can we see?
You would only, like, you're gonna have to readjust almost every time. You know, it's like, so you're able to get glimpses of the room. During its static, as it causes the white noise. There's a light glow in the room.
It's almost like stop motion. It's flickering that much.
It's flickering just enough to put you off guard. It's not like a thing.
I should be able to tell them, like, I mean, I'm used to doing this though. I should be able to give them a clear enough picture. Y'all know what's in the room. Like I can describe it to you enough since I can see it clearly. Like, you won't be able to see it yourself, but...
I'm just wondering if there's anything that stands out to me, depending on how much I can or can't see, that wouldn't necessarily be evident to night vision goggles, because it is a slightly different sight picture.
And with a TV like that, it probably need to turn vision off anyways.
True.
It depends on how bright it is. I don't know. Since he didn't tell me it was blinding me, I just rolled with it.
It's definitely not blinding you. You're probably getting by at the moment better with that. But the rest of you, now that you've already adapted, are probably just as well, honestly.
I mean, now that I've seen the room, I flip them off. I mean, I just have a flash.
Ceiling.
You look up, and it looks just like the floor and walls. Like it's made out of very old stone, like single pieces. Like
other than the plant's in the ceiling though, right? You said it's hanging from the ceiling.
Correct. The plant is hanging from the ceiling and covering the wall. You'd have to check it out further to notice anything else. But the wires look like they're going behind it. The plants.
Is it in like a planter and hanging through the ceiling? Is it a hole that it's hanging through the ceiling? What's that?
It looks like it's just like there's several cracks up there above that area. And it looks like it's just grown out of that and dangling down. If you look at the very bottom, now that you're taking a better glance at it, you can see that there's several inches of nothing behind it where you would expect a wall. So it looks like it's covering up something.
Do I hear anything?
If everybody's in there, nobody hears anything on the other side. But you do see, getting a little closer, that there seems to be a faint light. You know, everybody's been in this darkness for so long, and the only thing throwing you guys off has been that static, the TV cutting on and off now. And as you guys are getting acclimated, you can see there's just like a faint light from the other end that's a little bit different. Just like a low purple light coming from the other side.
Very from the hole that the wires are dissipating to.
Correct. Very, very faint though. Like it's taken several minutes of acclimation to just like, oh, I see it. I don't know what they know, but do Remy and David see anything off about, like, does the plant just look like kudzu, like something normal, or does it look like? Yeah, it looks like a kudzu, or it's a little bit different than a kudzu. It's something that's able to grow in low light, so it's very, very slimy. Think of like a something you'd pick up off the bottom of the river. It's just kind of trickling down like a nasty slime kind of plant. You know what I mean? Like a moss almost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Milfoil.
So what is it?
Milfoil. It's the big plants that grow in the river.
There you go. Yeah. But it's growing
They're really
this way.
So while they're I want to go back to the TV. Is it a TV on a TV stand and nothing's under it? There's not a VCR, or tapes or anything?
There is a tape deck in the middle of the TV.
I push my finger in the tape deck, like flip the thing over like you used to do. Is there a tape in it?
There is no tape in it. And then the first thing that comes to your mind is that plasticky smell, and you turn around and look at that metal bin behind you.
What's in the metal bin behind me?
Melted plastic.
Yeah, somebody burned the tape.
Motherfuckers. I kind of use my barrel of my gun and move it around. Is that all that's in the bin? Just melt. There's nothing at the bottom of it. It's just a congealed mass of melted tape.
Yeah.
Is it still hot?
No. No, it's just a lump of old... I don't want to say old, but it's cool melted plastic.
At this point, I feel like, and I'm thinking this, not saying this at the moment. I'm feeling like the only thing we haven't, short of invisible things or some shit, this plant is, and whatever's beyond it, that we can see that there is some light beyond it. Is there, short of our, weapon barrels,
Sure.
is there anything that we could use to move it?
There's the only thing in the room are the TV, and what the TV's on, and the chair, and the metal bin. So those are your three options, or whatever you guys brought.
Here's some bolt cutters if you want to move it.
I was just about to say that.
Remy
You said
hands
you
you-
could a giant mag light.
I'll tap Nolan on the shoulder. I'll grab my pistol in one hand, the bolt cutters in the other, and I'm sure there's some sort of universal, 3, 2, 1 sort of countdown, and put myself in a position to pull it to the side.
Okay.
And be able to potentially cover at least part of what's beyond it.
So you're just
and
kind of like
presuming
stand inside and kind of swipe it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just
All right.
sort of a deal.
You swipe it to the side. You can quickly see the wires tucked around the opening there, continuing on, go down the wall and into the floor, and continue on to the center of the room. You immediately see it's a circular room, very, very dimly lit, with this low purple light coming from somewhere in the ceiling. You see 6 slabs of stone in the circle in the room.
How big is the hole? Like, is the hole is it a hole like you can walk through, or is it a hole you have to crawl through?
It's like a walkway. It's like a doorway.
Okay.
But let me finish.
Yeah.
These slabs. So you're looking, Philip. Immediately you notice Sally in a white robe laying on one of the slabs. There's a container next to her. On another slab, you see Emily without her arm. On another slab, you see a police officer handcuffed to a makeshift restraint to the slab. On another slab, you see a green alien. On another slab, you see a longer alien that's gray with much more lanky features. On the 6th slab, you see what looks to be like a chunk encased in plexiglass of the fungal stuff that you guys have seen in your last escapades. In the center of all of these slabs is a old wood door frame with a door in it, freestanding in the center of the room. These wires going past you go to each of these slabs and then to the door, hooked up seemingly uselessly at the top inside of the door. You see that there's something hanging, what looks to be like a paper or a calendar on the side of the door. There is also a coat hanger. The only other thing of note inside this stone room, with a full set of clothes, matches the nice suit Mr. Happy used to wear.
Hanging on the door? Like on the handle or on...
Hanging on the coat hanger in the back of the room.
Okay. Can we see the whole room from the walkway, or does it extend?
If he's holding it aside, everybody can see this.
Right, but is there, since we're having a narrow field of vision from the walkway, is there dead space that we're not seeing on each side until we go into the room?
There is to the left and the right, but it's a circular room, so it's not much.
I would rotate around, so I'm presuming that I've pulled it to the, from right to left.
Mm-hmm.
I would rotate as far close to the wall to the left to catch the right side, and presume that he would sort of get the picture to check the other angle.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if the room's as dark as you're saying, I'll put my goggles back on.
Sure. You guys poke your head in, look left and right. There's nothing in there other than what I've already described. And these figures are seemingly unconscious. If you are watching them, it looks like they are breathing but unconscious.
Purple, where's the purple light coming from?
Directly above all of this.
Above the door?
Above the door, yep. Looks like it's coming from the ceiling itself.
Is there,
sourceless?
You're looking up, and it's just like a little circular spot is brighter than the rest. No rhyme or reason.
So does this line up with what... Oh, go ahead.
So, just from a bookkeeping standpoint, who all has seen and or been told about the slabs that have been associated with the various and assorted visions and out-of-body experiences and everything else.
I believe it's only the people that have experienced the highly psychedelic states of reverb. I believe they're the ones that saw
I don't remember if they remembered it enough to tell us or not.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember if we
does
learned about it.
I mean,
tape.
in that case, does that jog? I mean, Remy's looking too. Does it jog? I'm seeing it greenish tinted.
Specifically, only whoever was under the state saw Sally at the time. But you could easily put it together.
I don't remember who had the trip that saw. We both talked to Sally while tripping, and we had different visions, but
it would have definitely been Remy out of all the people because she went the deepest.
Okay, I just don't remember.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I recognize it, I mean, I would tense up a little bit if it's something I remember seeing, even if I didn't talk to her. If it's if it reminds me of the sacrifices, the sacrificial situations that I saw or that Remy talked about.
Similar, definitely. I mean, but literally Sally and Emily are there in front of you. Not to mention the unnatural entities around you. There is a container next to Sally.
I'm really worried her brain's in it, but
I get my fingernail clippers out.
Thank you, Jason.
What?
The alien may be hungry. I get my fingernail clippers out.
So does one of them, the small, which color was, what color?
The small green one was the one we saw in the car.
Yep.
And it looked the same, I assume?
Yep, looks exactly the same.
Gray one?
I thought the other one that when he shared the picture, I thought it was gray.
Yep.
Okay.
But he said it was green.
You guys have never experienced the gray one.
So
is Mr. Happy?
I mean, I want to go check on Emily. So I want to go through the door.
I'll go through the middle.
If he's ready to advance, I'll go with him.
Yep. Okay. So you guys walk into the room.
Yep.
I'm gonna use whatever tactical hand signals we would know to indicate let's wrap around and see, whatever's on the backside of this bullshit.
I'm staring at you and mouthing, "You're doing them wrong," as I wrap around the edge of the room.
He gives you a kiss
I
on the
watched
cheek.
the entrance.
I'm right here. You guys walk in.
I'm supposed to steal third? Or wait, no, go back. All right.
Okay. You guys walk in. Nothing jostles, jars, or stirs as you guys enter the room.
Okay.
I want to go to Emily and poke her.
You go straight.
Wait. Yeah, Emily is Brunhilde, right?
Yep.
Would you like me to check her?
Yeah.
Anything you wrap around that?
You go around. The back side of the door is just like the front side of the door. But now that you're closer, while they're looking at Emily and they're going to give her a check, you notice that it is a calendar nailed to the side of the door.
See it from here well enough to know what it's showing?
October 2010. You can see that just without touching anything and looking, nothing is marked on the calendar except for 10-10-10 with a strange glob of like some kind of glowing material.
That was the Mayan date?
Yeah, they were 2012.
Yeah.
10-10-10.
10-10-10 was Skyrim.
That's 11-11-11.
Was it?
Yeah. 10-10-10 is the same day as your other experience that you guys had on your alternate characters.
Ah. So we know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Roger.
Well,
There-
damn.
There is a strange glob of glowing material on 10-10-10. Do you look closer?
What color is it?
Black and green. It's slightly glowing. It definitely resembles the fungal residue you guys have experienced in the past. It looks like it's kind of burned away the calendar and is eating into the door there.
To be 100% clear, you said that there was a plexiglass container.
Correct.
Is it covered?
The one on the slab is. The calendar is not.
At this point, I'm breaking silence. There's fucking fungus on the calendar.
Fucking great.
And I back as far away from it as I can.
Anybody have any baking soda? No.
So we are 100% sure it's the same fungus on the calendar. I know in the plexiglass you said we know it's the same, but we know the stuff on the calendar is for sure the fungus.
It looks like it. The only difference is that it's got a much blacker hue, like it's been burnt up. It's got a faint glow to it, but it definitely looks burnt. And like I said, it's burning.
Like literally burnt with fire?
Yeah, it's even burnt through the calendar and into the door behind it.
So how does Emily look? Like David's looking her over.
David, as you're looking at her, very, very faint heartbeat. We're talking just livable, 40 to 50. And she's breathing, but just enough.
One moment. Reaching the backpack.
Was there only a container besides Sally?
Correct. Only a container by Sally. As he reaches in the backpack.
Besides Sally.
Oh, was that a steroid?
Okay.
Let's give her a jump start.
Plunge it into her.
Do it.
Yep.
Okay. You take it and plunge it into her heart. And give it a good squeeze. Nothing happens. You
What's in the box?
open the container. You just flip open the metal container. It's got a lid that you can just flip open. And you look inside, and it's full of reverb. Hundreds of reverb.
My eyes get big. I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
Party time tonight.
What? What'd you say, Jason?
Party time tonight, Jason said.
Oh, fuck buckets. Okay, so a steroid did nothing for her.
Correct.
There's a fungal thing that's there and glowing but burnt on the counter.
Correct.
There's a container full of reverb
Next to Sally.
Sally's forehead.
Yep.
I'm investigating these aliens next.
Sure.
I have a question.
I haven't seen either of them.
The container of reverb.
Sure.
Is it like portioned out in little baggies? Is it just a thing like a small container of just a whole bunch of pills?
It looks like so someone has a small metal box that they've set next to Sally's head that has no latch, that you can just literally take the metal lid and just kind of go open up, and it's got hundreds of reverb not packaged inside, like someone had just dumped it in there.
Does it look like any have really been taken out of it? I mean, we're now.
I get what you're saying. Yes. You can see one end of, like, it looks like one end's higher than the other, like someone's been plucking out.
Yeah.
So do these people, now that after she sees that and she looks at them, I guess to me separately, I'm not looking at the reverb drug, but to me, do these people look like what I saw her look like? Like, can I tell they've taken it? I'm not looking at I've not seen the box. I don't know that it's empty or that it's less yet. I know that reverb's in there. I don't know the levels. Do I think that at all or no?
Everybody just looks unconscious.
Okay.
And
right,
as
cool.
Philip goes over and looks at the aliens, like, they're alien, but just as well, they look unconscious. They're...
All right, I'm gonna check somebody. I'm checking Emily's eyes.
Did they look like they looked when they were in their trance form? Because we saw them go in the trance.
Yeah.
That.
No, their eyes are not moving.
I have a question.
You go pull back their eye and it's just the white.
Okay.
Everybody roll me a sanity check.
Okay.
48 under 53.
And then-
David, right?
I actually passed the sanity check for once.
And then what was your question while you rolled that?
Trying to remember back to the reverb days.
Yeah.
How much reverb was needed to get that mental connection to the other people?
One.
Like half
Just
a
one.
pill.
Just one.
Oh, I thought it was less than
Was it
one.
a whole,
It
yeah.
was actually with half of one, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it
Yeah, I
was
think it was
light.
half.
Yeah, it was a light connection, but yeah.
But that's all I'm looking. Okay, that's all I'm looking.
44 under 50. Oh shit. 2,
Okay.
3. I don't know. Under 50 something.
Critical success.
Say again?
He had 44 critical success.
Excellent. All right.
Same, 11 under 78.
Hell yeah. All right.
New dice are doing great.
87 over 79.
At least you
87
didn't
over. All right. You're gonna take 4 sanity damage.
Oh shit.
Seeing the previous escapades in here, the aliens laying there. You guys, maybe you guys that passed expected something like this.
Saw the alien already. We're
Yeah.
fine.
Saw the alien already.
I gave him. I put the finger clippers in his hand.
Aliens.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
heard it all secondhand.
Done
The most
shit.
basic thing. Damn it.
I'm humming the X-Files theme.
Yeah.
Still and see if it'll work. Like,
What are you doing?
I'm debating
Okay.
really bad things.
So
Okay.
tell me what you guys got in mind, or talk amongst yourself. I would actually rather you guys RP amongst yourselves instead of talking to me. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys doing?
I'm putting fingernail clippers in the alien's hand.
I'm looking at the reverb and looking at Remy and then looking at the reverb and then looking at Remy.
I step in between them and put my hand over it.
Same, because I'm sitting here going, can I try to make a mental connection with these people if they are on reverb in some way, shape, or form? I know if
I
they
got
get
a
in
miss.
state that they are probably too far gone, but
I think it's a good idea. Why not?
I'm gonna check Mr. Happy's coat.
you know what?
I
got
keep a
nothing to
hand.
lose. Hey, no,
I-
you and I have talked a lot. You know I got nothing left to lose.
I keep a hand on top of the container. I hold up my other hand. What the fuck is going on with this door?
Well, it's a floating door, so I don't know. I'm not a physicist, but I don't think it's
It's
And
supposed
what
to
attached
fuck
float.
is
to the
going
bottom,
on
like
with
to
the
the
fungus?
ground at least.
It is
The door
attached
frame
to
is
the
attached.
bottom, yes, but it is freestanding.
Floating,
Attached to
close
the
enough.
door.
I see 4 options, one of which we're definitely not doing, which is number 1, get the fuck out of here. Number 2,
Nuke the whole place.
wait it out and try to wake people up. Number 3, take some reverb and see what happens. Number 4, open door number 1, Johnny.
I will want
And
number
fire.
3, please.
It all.
I don't.
I
want
would-
number 3.
I would rather have Remy take the reverb than open the door. And maybe the door won't open, but there's a chance after everything we've seen, if we open the door and literally just let it in here,
There's
then
wires going through it, right?
It literally looks seemingly useless to you. You literally see these large wires coming from the back of the TV to these stones, and then just like randomly attached to the door. They look superficial.
Where do you go in the stone? Like, what do you mean?
Like just laying on the floor.
like the walkway we just came into the circular room, there are wires on the floor from the TV to the door.
To the stones, and they just kind of go up to the stone and just connect to it. It looks superficial to you. It looks like someone just took super glue and like, okay, wire. That's what it looks like to you.
Somebody had too much reverb.
Can we pull one of the bodies off the slabs?
That's what I was just asking Chad.
What was your question?
I'm
Movies.
gonna be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'll come right back with what you want to do.
We can.
David, you want to move a body off the slab? You said.
We're gonna move a body. we can try to pull a cable.
I want to check Mr. Happy's coat.
I like where we're doing that first.
I wonder if the coat looks like it fits the big gray alien. I need to ask that one.
This is a fair question. That's a great question, is what that is. Hey guys, while he's gone, actually,
I'm pretty
Mike,
sure
while he's gone,
Oh, cool. Well, it's not in focus, but it looks nice.
I can't get it to focus.
I see purple and some blue. Take a picture and send it to me. It looks cool.
It's a gemstone die.
All right, we got 15 minutes.
Yep.
What's the plan?
You're back. Welcome back.
So,
First.
that
question.
looks neat.
Go, Jason. Go.
Well, I have a question too.
All right, let's do them.
The coat,
Yep.
Mr. Happy. Does the gray alien look about the same size as Mr. Happy was?
Yeah, it's relatively similar. Yeah.
Okay.
Or the green alien.
Or
Green
the
alien is much
green-
smaller. So the gray alien would be taller than you guys, and the green alien would be smaller than you guys.
Okay, but would the gray alien kind of fit the Mr. Happy physique, like height and?
Yeah, it could. It'd be a little skinnier than you would expect, but it could. It definitely fit into that.
Well, sorry, David was gonna.
Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
I was going to check his coat.
You go up to his coat, check his pockets, inside pockets, stuff like that. There's nothing.
Does it look like anybody has any puncture wounds from injections or anything like that? Visibly.
You go and check. You're looking at you're just checking
Arms.
everybody. You don't notice anything other than like a slight white foam at the corners of Sally's mouth.
We saw
Only
that
Sally
before,
saw
though.
Only Sally.
Where did we see that? Someone that took reverb, we saw that on. It may have been you, Remy. Someone saw it.
Yeah.
It was the dude, right? It was a spider. Didn't he have foam on
Yeah.
his mouth before the crystal spider killed him?
Yeah.
So I guess that's a symptom of a heavy dose.
Perhaps.
Yeah, either an overdose or at the very least a very heavy dose.
Is Sally still breathing?
Yep.
Are
Everybody
they all breathing?
except for the fungus is breathing.
I don't get anywhere near it any
Yeah.
more than I have to the other places.
That's fine.
Pull that shit up.
Sorry, you said it was capped or was not capped?
The fungus on the stone is capped. Yep.
Okay. All right.
What if we all take a dose
No.
and try to talk?
Oh,
We go
Really?
together.
it's not an option.
Go together.
I don't recommend it. You know how we came down. I don't recommend it for everybody at the same time.
Who are we
It's
most
fine.
okay with moving? Because I feel like moving might be preferable to taking reverb.
Sally. She's smaller.
Where are we moving her to? What are we doing with moving?
Slab.
Off the slab. She's smaller. She'd be
Just to see
easier
if she
to
wakes up?
What happens?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I
Well-
mean, we can do that.
So she could be further far gone.
David, I mean, aside from this, does she seem alive?
Yeah, all of them do.
Breathing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of them do. Yeah, all of them have a faint pulse, a very, very low breathing. The gray alien and the green alien, you feel a pulse that is like 1 every minute, and the breaths are coming like very far between, but you can feel air coming in them every now and then. It's several minutes later though.
Have we heard anything about gray people?
Nope.
I was gonna say, between star people and all those other conversations, nothing about gray people. Yeah, do we recognize the cop?
It has a Chattanooga police officer uniform on.
Of character, does it look like the guy that we saw
It may,
at one point?
but you guys don't know that.
I'm very aware of that, and I have separated all of my fears, worries, and thoughts from this. Okay. I mean, nuke it from orbit, leave, move a body, take reverb, go through the door. I'm thinking move body first.
I'm thinking, yeah, move body.
All right, I'm gonna try to carefully move Sally,
Sure.
pointing her head
Sure.
off of the slab.
Okay. You guys lean down and just kind of cradle her. You get somebody to help you. You pull up. You feel no resistance, and she just comes right off the slab, and you can set her wherever you want to set her. She's still
Does her body seem to react in any way?
She's out like a trout.
Does
I
this
really don't think the slabs are tied to them being unconscious.
Does this slab match the rest of the stone?
It does. Think of like it's just coming straight up out of the ground, like a solid just slab that they're sitting on.
And again, I'm sorry, I've asked it sort of once before. Was the slab a part that she remembered that you told us, or do you only remember seeing people on slabs?
I probably would have told you.
Either way's fine with me.
I couldn't remember if she remembered it after not. I couldn't remember what you said.
I
Chad.
She would have remembered. I don't know if she remembered to tell you. So there's so many remembrance sections there.
Remy has said that she would have.
Yeah, I probably would. If I remembered it, I would have told them about it. Especially after the whole like star people in.
Do these look like your thing? Your
I mean,
trick?
in a way, I mean, it resemblance, but I mean, it's circumstantial, you know. I mean, it's not. I don't remember them being in a circle before, but I don't know if that was just because I don't remember specific like that, but I mean, slabs are slabs. They were slab of stone, not like in the morgue slabs like we've been dealing with.
It's hard to relate a reverb trip with reality too. Like
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just asking if there was a connection of sorts.
I mean,
That's all.
in a way, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we moved her. She's not waking up,
Correct.
which, I mean, again, I don't think the slab's tied to why they're asleep.
No.
I'm not entirely surprised.
At least we know now that they are not hooked in some way, shape, or form.
Correct.
So we can't safely destroy this room, and I don't really know what. I mean, for all we know, we just try to destroy the room, and the door just stands there anyways. I mean, it's obviously not a normal door.
So I guess the question is, reverb or door?
Reverb.
Yeah, definitely.
No.
I don't care what you say.
For everybody.
Hey, Remy, occult or a natural?
Occult.
Roll me an occult with a plus 20.
Oh, baby.
Okay. All right.
Nothing.
97.
All right.
Well,
Oh.
that's your D&D roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I need a pencil.
+1.
Yep.
We're gonna change that system too. Come next time, but I'll talk about it later. It'll be better for you guys.
Okay. All right, she taking a quarter of reverb? Is that? I mean,
I say we check the door.
You want to try and possibly open a door to something that would end the universe as we know it, rather than just have one person take a drug.
The drug that brings some spidery alien thing into the world, yes.
All right, open the door. I start backing towards the exit.
That's what I mean. Like, we could open the door and it's an alternate reality and Spider Bro comes back. Like, what? If it starts being an issue, get me the fuck out of here and throw me out of the room if that's starting to cause the issue.
Now let's check the door. Let's check. I mean, two people want to check the door, so jiggle it.
I'm backing up. If you're checking the door, I'm getting out of the room.
To be clear, I was not sponsoring the check the door idea. I was presenting it as a possibility.
All right, David, check the door.
Sponsor.
Model you in.
I'm backing up.
All
You're
right.
checking the door. I'm backing the fuck up.
I mean, I'm backed up like this.
Okay.
I got you, buddy. I won't leave you. Open the door.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna pull out my gun.
All right. So everybody's there. Pull your guns out. Open door time.
I cracked the door.
Okay.
Check the door first.
What? Checking for traps?
I mean, there's
Like,
nothing on the other side. So-
Open the door.
I just meant check the handle.
He
Is
David-
it a push or a pull?
It is a pull.
Okay, I grab a hold of the door and pull it towards me as I pull backwards as well.
Okay. You pull the door open, and you see a bright flash of white as you pull the door open. Inside the door is nothing but this like ethereal golden filament going into nothingness, and you see 4 tendrils branch out of the door and hit each of you in the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, as you guys are tethered into this doorway as it rips every single one of you into the door, and it closes behind you.
I scream at David, "You're a fucking idiot," as we rush towards the doorway.
You
So now-
guys disappear as the door closes, and we'll pick up there next time.
Just had to check the door. I don't want to take a drug. Drugs are bad. Dare. Dare.
To be fair, you're the one that told him to open it. I was gonna encourage him not to.
Hey, y'all talking a big game till it's time to do stuff.
That was
Let's
a good
go.
stopping point, too.
That was a damn good stopping point.
She was gonna take a quarter or a half.
That was a damn good stopping point.
No.
I was gonna start off by licking it first.
Give me a little
No,
lick of that
baby.
reverb.
All that paper in there.
Oh,
Thank you, Jason,
Fun.
for doing what needed
It's
to
fine.
be done.
It's fine, man. We'll be okay.
Oh, good. It's gonna be fun.
It's
I knew
gonna
where
be
the trap was. I knew it all along.
good.
I did. I snuck some reverb in my pocket while Philip was too busy looking at slabs.
Hey, no question, Zach.
All right, lay it at me.
Of anything like with the star people or the lizard people or anything like that.
Like you didn't get any remembrance of that. You cut out when you were talking, so.
Yeah, like do I remember any do the tendrils bring any memories back? Like I can't think about
They
it.
don't. No, they don't. It's
I
just
know, but-
entirely new to all of you. But as you guys are, I mean, we'll just have to figure it out next time. We'll just have to figure out what happens, you know? I just have to shut my mouth and let you guys wait for a whole 2 weeks until we like.
I'm trying to find an image of what we just saw from the door. Trying to find what I think it looked like.
I
Do
have a
it.
question.
Okay.
Want to play this in 2 weeks, or do we want to wait and do this shit in person?
We can do this shit. We can do this on the 31st. Like that's fine with me, but it's gonna be an extra. It's like 3 weeks away. It's not like you know what I mean? It's,
Oh, I don't know.
well, it's 1, 2. It's
an
only.
extra 5 days.
It's an extra 5
It's all-
days.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. We can wait. That's okay. I don't care. Whatever y'all want to do.
I just think it'd be funny.
it might be. Zach, I will ask this question. Assuming that we finish this next session,
Yeah.
whatever happens, happens. Would that allow you to have a better Memorial Day session being done with this?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I say yes, but like either way, it's either gonna be like an hour of us finishing, and then talking and hanging out, or you know what I mean, or just like a.
Would your one shot adapt? Could you
I
advance the story more?
already have my
if
one
we-
shot planned. My one shot's it's for your other characters. It's fine.
I know it's for,
Yeah.
I know it's for the other characters. I know it's for the other characters. I didn't know if finishing this arc would allow you to do something different and or better with the other characters.
We will have to finish the next. We were seriously stun locking if we don't finish next time.
For sure.
Yeah.
I understand that we're either finishing next on Wednesday or the Monday. I was just asking if it would be better if we finished on the Wednesday so you could have a better Monday session.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. I've finished it, but Monday session, it's a very light, puzzle-like type thing. Plenty of time to just hang out, have fun, that kind of thing. Nothing too serious or big. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Right. What'd you post? You posted a cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's David as he's about to open the door.
Yep.
Just so I know, we'll go over it next time. When we got ripped through, do we keep our weapons and stuff?
Yep.
Did we become naked? Did we revert to a baby state and we're all naked, or did we just get ripped through
as far as you know, you just got ripped through.
Cool.
So
Awesome.
we'll have to see what lies on the other side of the door.
I got a 45 under my 53 on my sanity check, by the way.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll those so we just get that out of the way. Yeah, that's a thank you. Let's go ahead and roll
18
those.
18 under 50 something.
All right. Oh, you guys are lucky.
27 under.
All right.
70.
And
what am I rolling? Sorry.
sand. There we go. That's
better.
There we go. Yeah, the tentacles and the arms getting yeeted through the other side of the door.
Yeah, 62 under 78.
All right, everybody passed. Take 1 sand damage. You guys are lucky. I rolled really, really good for you.
Yay!
All right.
yeah.
I'll
All
talk
right.
to y'all later.
Take it easy. See ya.